Good morning, people. How you doing today? Welcome to my little channel. Today, my topic is exclusively only for the Potensic Atom SE. So, if you don't have that drone, this channel is not for you. Now, before I get into the app of the Potensic Atom, people, you see where I'm at in the United States, the state of Maryland. The wind gust now is 18 and 1/10 miles per hour with gusts 36 and 5/10 miles per hour. If you know anything about the Potensic Atom, like I did, because I did a lot of research before I bought them, that's why I bought it. I did extensive research. I watched a lot of videos about this thing. And that what made me love it, because most of the videos that I saw gave it at least, if it was a grade, they would have given it an 80. Now you know if a drone is in the $200 range, it's not going to be to the professional level. But for a beginner level, like I am, this is a good drone. And I've seen it. It's sturdy. Because I only been out less than 10 times with it. And I crashed 2 times because I didn't have my glasses on. Alright, so we see the wind speed is 18.1 miles an hour. The gust is 36.5. And the reason why, because here, basically, for a good chunk of the United States, Tuesday, we had a severe weather pattern. It's January 2024. Some states got snow, but here on the East Coast, where the temperature is still above 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius, all we got was rain and a lot of gusty winds. And I just now read the newspaper, and they said, well, not the newspaper, because you know that's ancient. I just now read the news website. Yeah, a local television website. They said we had gusts of wind during the night up to 65 miles per hour. And you see now it's 18 and 1/10. And if you know anything about most smaller drones, from what I see, most of them are called, quote, level 5, where they can only accept winds in the 20-mile hour range of wind. And I guess for kilometers, that may be like 10 or 15 kilometers per hour. I don't know, because I'm here in the United States. You know, we're still backwater. We're still using feet and inches and miles per hour, while the rest of the world using the metric system. But anyway, our topic for the day is, let me switch over to my Potensic Atom app. Is
remote control connected.
Okay, see my drone connected. Here's my drone right here. I have it right here, but I'm not going to fly it, because you see it's wind gust. And I was out today. I just wanted to hover. It was hovering, but I saw the wind was affecting it, because it did something that it never did before. When I took it to land, it landed in a horizontal fashion. It crashed into the tree in my yard. So I know the wind was affecting that 18 miles an hour. Wind was affecting it. So I'm not even going to bother trying to make it hover. And then plus, when I made my earlier video, it was too loud. You know, drones are some loud little bastards. They loud as I don't know what. But anyway, I want to talk about a feature that I never saw anyone on those videos that I was watching. They never discussed these things. These features I'm going to go over right now. Now, all of them, most of them, I better say 90% of them, they do like to show us flying it. They do like to do the range test. And most of them go over this menu that I'm going to click on right now. They go over the settings menu, settings, and they really go over settings just to show, to increase they don't talk about vertical fencing. We should just leave that. If you're a beginner like me, I'm just going to leave it like it is. But I think I adjusted it to 80 meters. That's good. Alright. And they like to talk about the minimum return height for the return to home feature. I have mine at 30. Yeah, you should have it at a nice setting where it cannot hit any trees. And the main thing they like to talk about when I watch them videos is the calibration part. Calibration, compass calibration is when you set up your drone where it can adequately accept those GPS. They never talk about controls. They never talk about camera. No, they never talk about camera. I have mine set for the grid. That's what I like. And they never went to about. And the thing I want to talk about is in the upper right-hand corner. I never saw no one detail talk about it. And if they do talk about it, they only talk about I think my drone giving me an alert because I didn't fly it. That's why I might be beeping like that. So ignore that. It's beeping because I didn't fly it. So let me move away from it so I can get away from that irritating beeping sound. I may come into my little house, conveniently set in my house. I'm gonna go in my... Okay, but this is good. I don't want to leave my drone out here. So, they never talk about the features up at the top. Now, they do stress that, you see, now I got the N for north, I'm guessing. N for north. But they do talk about the GPS a lot. As you can see right here, it got the little GPS, the satellite symbol, and it got 17 satellites. So that's good, because I heard most of them, when I look at those channels, those videos, they say it's good to have at least 8 satellites. Then over there, I got the remote control. My remote control on my Potensic, you know, it's like 4 lights, except for 3, so I guess it's at 75%. Like it's showing right now. The number, 70%, but the bars, yeah, 1, 2, the 4 bars are still all the way lit up like these 100%. I don't know why it's like that. But I think the bars may go down when it's fully discharged. Right now it says 71%. I can live with that. And the thing I like about, the thing I really love is to the right of it. That's showing you, that number is saying how much battery life you actually have. I love that. Because if it says 71%, I don't know how much battery life I really got. To the right, it's telling me I got 23 minutes and 7 seconds. Now, you know it may fluctuate. It may fluctuate. But I definitely have 23 minutes, 6 seconds. Now, I know that the more expensive drones, they may have that too. But I don't think other drones in the $200 range, I don't know if they went that far, but that's a wonderful feature that Potensic got. It just don't give you the percent. Because I do know, people, when your drone is at like 20%, it's best to call it home. From my research, they say when the drone gets to 20% level, bring it on in. But I do like that number, 23% battery life. And I know that's the battery life because, you know, for the Potensic, the battery life is in the 30 range, like, you know, the low 30s. And I said, I've been out here earlier with my drone. This is not the first time. So I was out here for several minutes earlier. I was out here about 6-10 minutes. So some of my battery life went down. All right, so now the most important feature I want to go over is at the bottom where I got that 1080p 30 frames per second. I never ever saw anyone touch that. Now, I was in my class yesterday on my planning period with my drone, and I said, let me just touch this and see what happened. Because to me, it was a number there, so I touched it, and it gave me more information. And you see, for me, I set it for 1080p. Remember, they always like to say it's set for 4K. It may be set for 4K, but I set it. So I'm going to touch that. I'm going to touch it. I touch 1080p. It's not perfect. So in that 1080p, if you slide it to the left or right, I'm going to click on 1080p. I slide it to the left and right, and you can see my numbers are changing. And you see that 4K right there. So we got 4K, 2.7K, and 1080p. I know they're not going to say 720 anymore because that's ancient. Then below that number, let me click back on that number up there. I have 30 frames per second, which is set on there. You see that P30? You see that after the P is a 30. Let me click back on it. I have 30 frames per second and I have 60 frames per second. And those are my only two options, 30 and 60. But most people say it's good to have it on 30 because I think Hollywood, when they shoot movies, is at 24 frames per second. So 30 is good. And I heard it's good to put it on 60 when you want to do slow motion. What that mean? But all right, I hope I gave you more insight, good people, Potensic brothers and sisters. I hope I gave you more insight to the information in the top right-hand corner. Because as I said, when I went to drone after drone site, some of them go to settings, about 60%, but no one ever said how you can change your camera setting. So I hope this information is helpful to you and beneficial. Till the next time, good people, peace.